believe we peaked in the 90s. Come on, come on, come on, prove me wrong. Tuck your friendship bracelet back in your shell suit sleeve. Come on back in time with me.
If it's like again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Our man has woken up rather early and hungry, but we've got plenty of stews and soups waiting in our fridges. And read some of our mechanics book while we're waiting for our breakfast to cook. Guzzling the whole thing, that should set us up for a while. And freeze up the pot, that we can make another stew. Help us process some of these stale ingredients, so we're not letting stuff go rotten. We do have plenty of stuff we can add as spices to our dishes as well. I think that helps with our happiness and our mood in general. But yeah, we've got plenty of stale ingredients that we'll try and process. Still got plenty of ciggies. We're in no danger of running out of those. So yeah, we'll continue reading our book for a little bit. It's pretty horrible outside, so we're not going to go up onto the roof to escape boredom. Just going to read a magazine and get back on our book. Yeah, it's good to have something to read on the rainy days where you really don't want to go outside. Save you from catching a cold. So now it's thunder and lightning. The storm rages on. Yeah, good day for reading. So he gets hungry again, despite guzzling that massive whole thing of stew. It's fine, we can keep feeding him. He's not in danger of becoming overweight. Just got to keep an eye on your character's weight. If you get underweight or overweight, it makes you less effective in combat and physical tasks. Stew made. We do have a few rotten things to add into our composter. It's at maximum capacity. Yeah, it's still not generating any compost per se, any plant fertilizer, just worms. Read out here for a little bit. But yeah, soon enough he starts to get soggy and cold. Yeah, it's best not to risk it. Don't want him to catch a cold. So he finishes his book just after 2. I reckon we can go and sit and have a ciggy outside. Lovely garden rooftop. Yeah, I've been struggling with this battery charger, but we realised there's an extra option to turn it on. So yeah, just wasn't clicking it enough. But now we know After you've placed the battery charger and you've connected the battery, you then need to turn the battery charger on. Simple stuff when you know. But hopefully that'll be our car batteries able to charge now. Yeah, still plenty of trees growing in our car yard. Plenty more lumber to try and finish off our perimeter fence. I want to be able to walk around the perimeter. Shoot at any attackers that might be coming our way. Not stop them being able to climb over the fence. Where we've extended our perimeter at the base to include some extra green space. There's more we've got to go around. A platform we can walk on. We'll want safety fences around that platform as well. Plenty more opportunity for base building. Plenty more zombies to kill. I want to make sure we've covered this area that we set out to explore. Make sure we're not missing any precious loot. In the fog of war, we've got a little sort of ghost town, an industrial area, and a few sort of abandoned and spray painted houses, as well as the radio tower. We want to make sure is zombie free, so we can potentially get that on the go. Connect his base communications to the wider world. Yeah, it's sad these buildings are all abandoned. They're looking pretty sad. Presumably this was a once bustling little industrial village. Yeah, I'm not sure how many zombies or how much loot we're going to find. But yeah, we've got to get it crossed off the map. Some more vehicles here. Could make an effort to try and take them back to base, but it's pretty far. Yeah, there are some zombies. It's not entirely zombie free. There only seems to be one container basically in every home that has stuff in it. Everything else is empty. There are still alarms. You don't have a window on your house, but yes, it's very important to make sure the alarm still works. Must be working on battery power. So we take some vitamins to prepare for a fight. But basically nobody comes. Yeah, there's certainly not a lot of zombies around here. Got to keep our eyes peeled. I'm sure there will be some. Yeah, they're just hiding in the houses, away from the rain. Don't blame them. Yeah, I like the graffiti and the feeling like the places have been squatted in. It's a cool different look. So we've got our first few houses done. Our battery is successfully charging. Get some more food in us so we can free up another pot. Make up another stew so we're not wasting some of our precious food. Yeah, just trying to keep on top of your food supply as everything starts turning is a challenge in itself. Yeah, we're doing not bad. We're getting through our boxes of nails. Siggies are being awkward with us. Never mind. Yeah, our wood axe is... well, we've broken one. Try to bring it back. Yeah, I want to try and keep things in decent enough condition. Try and make them last for the rest of the playthrough. I doubt we're going to find another wood axe at this point. So yeah, we've got to repair that as much as we can. It's much better than the hand axes. The ones you can craft yourself, they don't last nearly as long. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of base building while we're waiting for more food to cook. We've got a lot of stale ingredients, so as much as we can eat. Then make more. And process as much of these stale ingredients as possible before they turn. And it's helping us work on our cooking level. We're on track to max that out before we get to the end. That would be good to set him up for mods going into the next build. If he was able to carry on his progress. Ideally, we'd get the solar power stuff so he could travel further afield without having to worry about his generator running out of fuel. That would be his plan for the next build if he could get there. Battery's all fully charged now. That's a success. Now that we know what we're doing. Checking our traps. Gets us another level. Hard enough processing the food we've got. Really don't need to be topping it up with all this. But hey, it's all XP, it's all progress. I'm sure he would eventually get round to it. I doubt he will in this lifetime. So again, we're sort of clearing up this yard. Chopping down any trees that are growing through. As nature tries to reclaim the area. Some last minute base building before bedtime. Can see the end. We're so close. Have to build up that corner, but I think that's us there now. But no one will be able to jump over the perimeter fence into the base. Got to change clothes. And just walking on the rough concrete outside, he's cut his foot. Something so simple can get you. Yeah, we'll make sure we've treated our wound before we go to sleep. Enough time for a triple day episode. 7:30 is a better time to be waking up. Certainly more reasonable. It's not raining, that's a positive as well. To tend his lovely indoor garden. Got a few things that are ready to harvest, but as always, we're going to wait until they're seed bearing before we pull them up. Perimeter's looking great. Just got to get the walls up really around it, our safety fencing, so we can't fall off. Get our escape ropes on the inside, obviously, not so anyone can climb into the base. Yeah, he's thinking about potentially finding other survivors and giving them a place to stay, forming a little community, being able to defend the place from aggressors or zombies. Essential. So yeah, quick access between all parts of the base. Safety fences so no one falls off into the swarm of zombies. Can I extend out these buildings into one big building? It'll be like a barracks. Attached to this green box fan, get it topped up. I'm going to try and take care of it. We do the mechanics like we're supposed to. Now that we've finished reading the book. It's looking a bit bashed up. So let's see if we can't fix it up a little bit. Some more mechanics XP. Hopefully it can be a vehicle that we can keep. As the developers intended. I think you're supposed to find a beat up vehicle and put the work in maintaining it. I'm sure that's what they wanted, rather than you just skipping from vehicle to vehicle. So this is the industrial part. This larger sort of abandoned area. Again, the loot is pretty sparse, there's not a lot here. Thankfully there's not a lot of zombies here either. More of the kind of wood zombies that are hiding in the trees, rather than ones sort of guarding the houses. And just sort of standard road zombies, and side of the road zombies lurking in the trees. This is up to the big road. It's like the edge of our area. Some zombies associated with just the sprawling woods, not associated with the abandoned sort of area. They don't seem to be generated there and sort of wandering their way over here. Certainly just spawned in the woods and been hiding in the woods, waiting for some activity on the road. Friendship bracelet. Important. Go take it. I do want to clear out all the zombies in our area, as well as checking all the containers in our area, getting all the loot. Get the antique ovens when we see them. They're pretty rare. Presumably they always spawn here. If you need one. And you're in Riverside. Presumably they'll always be in the same locations. I get the feeling they've reworked the area for the next build of the game. I think they've changed it so there's a big sort of abandoned creepy asylum. It's in that area. So things might not be the same in the next build. Yeah, antique oven. Certainly not common. Good for surviving long term in the winter. For cooking food and getting warmth. And if you know where there's one always spawning, close to where you're setting up your base, it's a good thing. Yes, mounted stag. I don't think I would have that in a house, but yeah, good decoration for base. Yeah, two at once. Yeah, that's not a great situation when you've got the chair there sort of blocking the door. Yeah, having multiple ones in there, that's shady. What you try to do to my game. So yeah, we get our stag of Victory Siggy. Yeah, sometimes the furniture placement doesn't help you open the doors very safely. It's mean if the game is hiding zombies in there. Let's find a few more zombies. A long blade level is such that it's only one or two swings. We've still got some decent condition on our machete. Sure, we've got a whole spare one back at base as well. As unlucky as we've been with not finding a katana, we've been pretty lucky in getting machetes. This is like the big industrial building that presumably all the people in the houses used to come and work at. But again, there's not a lot in it. But thankfully not heaps of zombies either. Box of nails. Important. Yeah, our base can only be as glorious as we've got nails to make it. Yeah, we're about halfway through all these random little houses. Hopefully we can find some food. We can get it all done in one trip, rather than needing to go back to base. Let's see. Yeah, lots of little knickknacks that we'll take. Oh, sneaky. Yeah, we got away with that. Sounded like they tried to have a chomp on us. It's another thing, we were lured into a false sense of security because there was no door, just a doorway. You'd think they would have come through a doorway, but no. Oh, and again. Yeah, they like to just stay where they are, even if we're making noise. Some of them aren't attracted by the noise. They just want to stay in their hidey spot so they can jump out on you. We're filling up the van, slowly but surely. A decent amount of loot. We're finding a few things to disassemble. Keep going with our electronics XP. And getting the scrap electronics. That helps us fix our generator. Yeah, still taking the non-perishable food, even though we really haven't used any of it. Yep, well stocked up for the whole apocalypse. Another house that doesn't have a door, doesn't have a window, but they've got an alarm to protect the scraps of their rubbish. Like the nothing that they have. Some stationery and some twine. Not a lot of loot. Certainly not worth alarming. Got this interesting house that was going to be built. They started framing out. Could be fun to finish the house if you wanted something to do. So I guess at what they were intending with the layout and stuff. And if you wanted to build a house, not quite from scratch, I suppose. Yeah, it'd be an interesting place to start. Another one hiding at the top of the stairs. Yeah, certainly get you if you're not correctly orientated. You're not aiming in the right place. You generally get a bit of a fright when you see them at the top of the stairs. And they certainly could get you. Road zombie. Watch alarm, we'll get that turned off immediately. Yeah, there are still plenty of them kicking about. Trying to get them all. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many there are in the greater Riverside area. Presumably there'll be some hiding in the woods that we'll never find, but I like to think we've got the vast majority of them. Just keep coming. Just need to go a little bit off the beaten track into the woods and you'll soon find some. Not within the range of the alarms or anything that we're setting off to be drawn out. Just the noise of the engine. It's pulling them onto the road. So we get back. Got lots of loot to put away. Make sure that our lovely garden is watered. Okay, and we've got plenty of containers catching rainwater out there. Good for the plants, not good for us. Yeah, more decoration for our lovely bar. Rebait the traps, despite certainly not needing any more food. Pop down the 2 traps that we acquired when we were in the ghost town. Certainly still catching stuff with our traps. We've got loads of stale food that we need to cook off. Get ourselves cleaned up. Try not to cut our foot just walking around. As he's finding a new outfit to wear. Gets another cooking level. Something's done. And make sure that we don't burn anything. And we'll eat our stew. When the rest of our stuff is all cooked, we can pop it back in the fridge. Ready for another stew. Okay, and we're reading some media. Racing the cooking. Don't want our stuff to burn before we finish our newspaper. Come on, come on. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Just need that last level of cooking. His weight is going up, but he's not overweight yet. He's doing alright. Zombies, we're over 4,000 now. Still got plenty of VHSs to watch. We'll see what's next in the line that we've got that we can watch. He's got his shell suit jacket on. It's a thing of beauty. Absolutely useless at protection, but it looks fantastic. Yeah, classic shell suits. Super flammable, like a bin bag. If you take a lighter to it, it would just like crumple up and instantly start dripping melting plastic on everything. Quite easy to rip as well. Yeah, the height of fashion at the time, but not very useful at protecting you in the apocalypse or otherwise. Yeah, we've got plenty of VHS to watch. Deserves it after a long, hard day. Keep his sanity. Yeah, some of this stuff's really entertaining. Breakdancing granny, yep, of course. Never seen Four Weddings and a Funeral, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be based on. Something like that. Most of these things are based on something, if you can sort of get the reference. Gonna light up our antique oven. Look at that glow, isn't it lovely? So yeah, when it's absolutely freezing, getting through the coldest of days, you can sit here in the warm room, or just keep the fire going when you go to bed. Be lovely and warm. Don't know how much of an area it's going to be warming up, whether it's just this room, obviously this room and the bedroom, because they're connected with the busted down wall. Don't know if it's just that space that would be heated up or the whole base. Inside's generally warmer anyway, but you're not very likely to catch a cold when you're inside, even when it's freezing outside. Yeah, this would certainly help. If you were to catch a cold from being out in the rain-based building or whatever, just be well fed, stay in the warm room. Yeah, pretty good. I like the glow that it emanates. Yeah, a bit of a treat. May as well try and treat himself the time he's got left. No point in collecting all this stuff if we don't use it. So he's up early again, surprise surprise. It's light enough that you can crack on, do a bit of base building, harvest his seed-bearing crops, dig some furrows so he can plant some more seeds, eat some of his produce, snacking on broccoli. Why not? Lovely and fresh. Get some more logs. Not going too far afield, with it being early. Yeah, you want it to be fully light before you go venturing into the woods. Yeah, it's good that nature's reclaiming the outside wall already. We do want some growth on the outside, but nice and tidy on the inside. I lined up these buildings so they can have one big frame. Back in some walls. Connect the two places with the doors. And once we get set it up, we can maybe have the tables and chairs or bunk beds or whatever in there. This building can be like communal for like the survivors, if we find any, you know. We're starting his little community. One building that's for the active on duty, the survivors that are designated to be on guard duty at the time. Can have quick access to the roof. And then the rest of them that are relaxing, sleeping, or gathering, or doing whatever they're going to be doing. Yeah, you can get mods to do that, to introduce sort of NPCs with those sort of behaviours. I knew it was on the roadmap for bringing it into the game when they can get it all working properly. So yeah, he's prepared him for everything. Just in case, build 42, build 43, you know, he's going to be able to survive all the way through. Acquire animals, acquire survivors. Yeah, one base to rule them all. There's certainly enough space for him to dedicate to new skills and things. Yeah, he's definitely got enough room to progress, if the game would let him. Probably got enough food as well to survive indefinitely. Still getting through stuff that we took from people's fridges and freezers. Yeah, if you ever eventually got through that, you still have all this produce from the farming, protein from the trapping. You can always go a short walk to the river to go fishing again. Guess he would need to grow his own tobacco if he wanted to keep being a smoker. He would eventually run out of ciggies. It's more likely that we would run out of lighters and matches before we run out of ciggies. But yeah, he'd certainly run out of smoking stuff before he'd run out of food. Yeah, I want to make as many of these stews and soups as possible. As much as we've got room for in the fridge, as we're processing the stale ingredients. We're making a little bit of room for more pots. As I say, it's all XP. We're at the last level now. We've set up a John McClane situation on the roof, so we can get lovely glass shards lodged in our foot. Gonna keep going until we level up our first aid skill, basically. Keep just bandaging up wounds that need to be stitched, really. You're just gonna go through bandages, but constantly re-bandaging them. We're getting XP. There's something else we can work on, much like tailoring. Just gotta watch our health doesn't go too far down. Don't want to be actually at risk of dying. So we got another level. It's not enough to read another book. We're all good. Make sure we get it disinfected. Get it stitched up when we're ready to stop the bleeding. Yeah, in theory you could do that once every couple of days, once you're fully healed back up again. Get that first aid level up. I believe as it goes up, then you recover faster from injuries. Your first aid is more effective. Presumably your bandages stay cleaner longer or something. You can also sterilize the bandages if you don't have antiseptic. Yeah, you can just boil some in some water. Cook up your bandages in a bandage soup. That'll certainly help with cleanliness. You're less likely to get an infection. Again, we're going to source some local lumber. Work on our lovely outbuilding. Getting through our boxes of nails. I think eating helps you recover as well from injury. So again, we're gonna hit the stews. Make a soup. Yeah, just keep trying to process this stale ingredients. Try not to let it go. Yeah, we've got a full composter of shame. All the food that we wasted. Adding some spice in, why not? Yeah, if you're adding a lot of the same ingredients, the satisfaction or happiness you're getting from it starts to go down. So you can counterbalance that by throwing in some salt and pepper, you know. It's got the walls to our little barracks. I need to sort the roof. Do a couple of sky bridges. Connect it to everything else. Again, work on the safety fences around the perimeter, so no one falls off. Don't want to be battling a horde of the undead and then lose your footing and fall into them. That'd be a disaster that we'd rather avoid. Yeah, we do see zombies on that road on the way down to the shortcut. Not a lot of them, but they do still appear occasionally. So we've tidied up that little area that we dumped all that car parts. All our dodgy car parts are getting dumped into the car yard. Working on our next sky bridge. That'll hopefully take us all the way to the edge. That'll be easy to connect the roof of our new barracks building to this. Get another antique oven placed. Get one in the bar as well, just in case we need to extend things out even further. Use the bar as a neutral meeting place. Always room for expansion. Just need time, lumber, and lots of nails. Yeah, there's still plenty of logs down at our shortcut through the woods. Just a little bit further to go and get them. And chopping down trees in the car yard or roundabout. Got our big sky bridge going now, all the way to that edge. Connect up our barracks buildings. Using the walk to make sure we don't fall through the roof. Laundromat's pretty solid, the other building not so much. We can leave some of this open for a little courtyard bit. We'll get everything else roofed up. It's getting tired already. Pop in some vitamins. Check out our traps. Yeah, certainly generating plenty of food. Plenty of crops for baiting our traps as well as eating. Gonna get some more door components. So we can make a couple of doors in our new barracks building. Separating out the more recreational area from the more serious area. Yeah, hopefully that'll be enough stuff. Make a few doors. Thankfully it's not going to be window heavy. Not going to need to worry about that. Keep nibbling our spare broccoli that we didn't use in our traps. As well as our vitamins, trying to stay awake. Bless him, these long days. Tiring him out. Help if he didn't get up so early. But never mind. We've got coffee. Get him to guzzle that. I'll get him sorted. Yeah, driving down the shortcut. Get some more logs. There are still some zombies creeping about. And it's getting dark. Yeah, it's a little bit shady. So yeah, this roof is not solid. Gotta be careful we don't fall through there. Make sure that we've got walkways at least. Make enough of it solid that we can walk on. Yeah, we'll keep out the rain and the cold when you're inside. Like the game knows that there's a game-built roof on there. So it effectively has a roof, but not for walking on. Yeah, even having a wash inside, he's getting cold. At least he's not scratching his feet this time. Yeah, time for the long johns. Yeah, they're great for tailoring. Lots of patch opportunities on a set of long johns. And make sure he's got his boots on for going to bed. Very important. And riding helmet. Yep, excellent bedwear. Yeah, we'll come back next time and pick up where we left off from. Until then, do take it easy. I'll see you all in the next one.